Ford's dad's gonna get buff out and go into Laney's, gonna try to fix all my mess that I made on her car. I used a magic eraser on her paint like an idiot, and now the entire car is covered little patches of where I was trying to get dog slobber off her paint. Hopefully they're just surface scratches, and buff out will get it all out, hopefully. So go do that. Just got done making a round with Flex, made $72, and hopefully by the end of the night with Bite Squad I'll make about $200. Hopefully I'll be around 200 tonight. And then tomorrow, get up at 6 o'clock, head over to Lori's, be there by 6:30, clean her SUV, and do another round with Amazon, and then I have Bite Squad at 5, but I'll see if I can clock in early. I'll make hopefully another $200 tomorrow. And if it all goes the way it should be, I would make around $220 a day, Saturday and Sunday. And I'm thinking, now that I have a Prius, I don't know how long it'll last, but I think this is gonna wedge me into being a regular at Amazon. A lot cheaper, I guess, than having a van drive, and just for me to come out here with 20, 30, 40 packages and spend $72 for a 4-hour job. We'll see what happens. It kind of leans towards that I can tell, because they specifically put me at Nesbitt the past 3 days, over and over again, Nesbitt and Hernando. So I'm feeling like that's their main objective, is to make me be their Mississippi carrier, what it looks like. So we shall see. But yep, the skies are full of chemtrails this morning, this afternoon. More weather manipulation. It's a hodgepodge of ideas of what could it really be. Like I say, the world is it's always secondhand. No matter what comes about in life, it's always hearsay. I mean, there could be dead, blunt, obvious evidence, but that's the problem. It's blunt. It knocks you out. It knocks your dick string loose, so you kind of lose consciousness and all that. So you really are back to ground zero of not really having a full understanding of what's going on. But yeah, definitely chemtrails everywhere. Dr. Judy Wood, huge see Judy Wood. See, that's the thing. It always comes back to the fact that life is eternal. So life, death, now, before, and in the future, it's one of the same. So all these things are simultaneous. So who's to say what year it really is, or what is even a year? But there's a lady named Dr. Judy Woods, or Dr. Judy Wood, come out of the woodwork, and right, so there's and it's beautiful too. You see, I mean, CGI. I've never been to New York. Kind of goes back to the Jim Carrey movie, The Truman Show. I've only been to so many places, but at the same time, I'm talking to a rock. You know, I'm driving a rock with wheels. You know, put dinosaur blood in it to make it run. It just goes on and on. Just endless of what could it really be going on. So, really need to get gas. I'll hold out. I have a half tank. That'll last me tonight. Yeah, so back to Judy Wood. I'm not sure if everyone's heard about her, all 7 billion of us yet. If the Aboriginals, or the natives, or the originals have even considered these ideas. I've said this before in my videos about there's this claymation. There's this caveman and an alien. They were the alien's trying to teach the caveman how to be a better caveman or a better man, whatever. Better, trying to be. The alien's trying to teach the caveman how to be better. And there's a monkey there to watch them try to figure out how to make things work. And turns out the monkey, without even trying, just do exactly what the alien wanted the caveman to do. But the caveman would just totally fuck everything up, and the alien would be right in the middle of it and get tortured for trying to help. And it's a perfect analogy how it doesn't matter what stage of existence one is, there's always intelligence. It might not be something recognizable to every perspective, but that's I guess the beauty of intelligence. It's multifaceted. It doesn't have a linear or a one way about it. It goes back to the pauper and the king. I guess that's the name of the story. How the king and the pauper wanted to change lives to see what it'd be like to be different. And they find that, you know, even in these bad situations, they have a lot of similarity, and that both lives have something meaningful within them, even though they're so drastically different. So, yeah, they saw some pictures, which, you know, everything that comes secondhand can be manipulated. So I really don't know what to make of it, other than just to say something about it. And they showed the California catching fire, and it's supposedly the largest fire they've ever had. And they have all these houses being burnt to ash, just like in 9/11. And just like in 9/11, you have these cars that are basically decimated as well. But same as in 9/11, everything else around these objects are untouched. So you have all these trees and all these other houses and just things that don't add up. There's no way these things could happen without some kind of what do you call it? it'd have to affect the entire area, not just pinpointed positions like in California 9/11. If it were to be something that happened without it being a man-made event, or a human involvement, or but anyways, let's see. Yep, they showed a bridge. Where the street was, where the asphalt was melted through the bridge. So the bridge is made of metal and steel and concrete and tar, and it was melted all the way through it. And the idea is that a forest fire doesn't get that hot. Forest fire is kind of like goes back to the airplane. An airplane, exploding airplane, the heat from the fuel of an airplane does not get hot enough to melt steel, let alone turn it into dust. So, or vice versa, whatever, however you want to look at it. But so that's what's happening in California as we speak. But in the same breath, you have, I want to say it's a billion animals. No, it's not a billion animals. It might be a billion animals a day, every day. A billion animals are slaughtered every day. Just, it's an ungodly amount of animal, and it's every day. I think we kill more animals a year. I think it's a year than there has been people on the planet since the beginning of time. Supposedly, we kill that many animals every day or every year. The same amount of people that have ever existed on the planet. So I definitely know which one's more devastating. Without question. That the problem is, one is more believable than the other, and even though it is more believable, it's still more devastating. Just because it's more believable doesn't mean it's less devastating. It's way more believable that we're killing, slaughtering, butchering unneedlessly. I mean, since the beginning of time. I mean, you've had, since guys were walking around in bed sheets, just barely learning what it is to make yarn and string. I mean, I don't know how to make yarn or string. I don't know how to do agriculture. But here I am in a car talking to a rock, driving through traffic. But these guys, I'm sure they didn't know how to do any of that stuff either, but they still had that stuff. But at the same time, they were doing their part, I guess, in civilization. And they talked about how we don't need it. The more we eat, the more we consume animals, the more we consume ourselves. And the more, as long as we're consuming animals, we are ultimately destroying ourselves. And this has been since beginning, since written history. And so and I would suspect the mass majority of people don't give a flip about if they're consuming an animal or not. I think they just are so scared out of their minds to do anything that what they're already doing. So they prefer just to keep doing what they're doing now than to even try something new. They're already in a position where if they try anything different than what they're already doing, they lose everything. So why even fight if you're already how can you fight if you're already paralyzed? You're paralyzed, so you can't fight. You can't make a difference. You're already spread out too thin already. You're already what do you call it? You're already but anyways, so yep, that's the whole thing. That's the big picture here, is making it as available and as easy as manageable as possible. Just, have it fall in their hands, and that's the only way it works, because that's what's basically happening in the first place. Is everybody's just going with the flow of everyone else, so it's hard to jump off those rails. And everybody else is doing the same thing. It's just something drastic has to happen, and that's what's happening in my life. And I'm sure it's happening in a lot of people's lives. That's why it's such a big deal. That's why veganism has grown the way it has, is because of all the bad stuff that's happening constantly. And it's just taken this long, and we've known forever, but it's just now taken this to this moment to actually get a grasp of what they meant by what they were saying. I mean, if you think about it, it makes total sense. But in the same breath, you're scrambling to even figure out what it means for them. Because if they were saying this thousands of years ago, this is what's got to happen, and this is thousands of years later, and it still hasn't happened. How are these people in a position to say these things if they didn't see it as a rational explanation of what's going on? I mean, if they could do it, if they could be vegan then, I mean, you would suspect things would be 100 times easier than what it was then. 2,000 times easier than it was then. So, I'm stuck in traffic. I'm supposed to be there by 3. It's 2:30, so I got a half an hour. But I am definitely in the muck. Huge traffic jam. We're at Mount Moriah, about to go under the bridge. Oh, chemtrails. Perplexing chemtrails. The sky's just full of them. Perplexing. I gotta piss like a racehorse. I'm so ready for a flying car or portals. Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know. I like to have both. I mean, sure, it'd be great to get somewhere instantaneous and have anything delivered instantaneous. That'd be great. But at the same time, being able to fly would be great too. And why say you can only have one? Why can't you have both? Why can't you have cars, trains, planes, teleportation, and so there's no reason that all those things shouldn't coexist. So I've been told that clams and mussels and mollusk and all these, which, you know, my understanding already before was that they're animals. But, the argument is that they don't move. I mean, they're stationary, so they sit in one spot their entire life. They attach themselves to the ground, or, you know, places where there's algae and stuff like that, plankton. And so that's their argument. That's the argument. Well, they're not animals so much so that they're plants more so because, and I don't know, I don't have any urge to eat them. Like, I have seaweed. I eat seaweed. Like, if I want to get something from the ocean, it's the plants out of the ocean that I want to eat. So I'm alright on eating all those things that look like plants. But it is 71 degrees, mid-November, and heading towards the Fajas to get the buff out, to go to Laney's with the buff out, and hopefully get the scratches out of her paint with the buff out. God, hopefully it works. I hate to think that I've just fucked her paint job up. I'm gonna have to figure something out if it doesn't work. Oh my God. Dad says if it doesn't work, if I can't get it out with my hands, he's got an agitator buffer. I don't know what he called it, but it just agitates the shit out of the paint, where it warms it up to where it'll integrate back into being paint. Okay. This traffic is something else. There must be one hell of a wreck over here. It don't take much, you know, a little fender bender. Usually people just pull over, but, you know, not everybody does those things. So. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I wonder how many of those people that had their houses burned down, I wonder how many of them had insurance to cover that. It's kind of like living in a flood zone. You just don't get that kind of insurance. It's just not something that's covered. Or living in a tornado alley. You just live in that area knowing that if anything were to happen, you don't have any coverage for it. Which is crazy. I don't see how people even consider doing it, even if they know once it happens, they're out of luck. That's easy for me to say, though. You know, I'm not in that position. It's a big difference. If I knew better, I probably would have said that. So, but yep, flying car. Come on, flying car. Any day now. Traffic on a Saturday. Good way to spend your weekend. It could be worse. Not that terrible. Mount Moriah. I think I want to get off of Mount Moriah. Mariah Carey. Get all the way over there. Take the long way home. Or this time the short way home. I'm Batman. I gotta piss so bad right now. Come on, man, let me Uber. Let me Uber. This dude's not gonna let me Uber. Yeah, he's not Uber. Thanks. I see a wrecker. I guess he's heading towards the wreck. Got his lights on. Let's go though. Kinda looks like it's going our way. Who are just ass? Who are just asses honking each other? Can't even get over. I'm trying to get over so I can get on Mount Moriah. I don't want to go to Riverdale. I want to go to Mount Moriah. Mount Moriah. Oh man. Okay. Another motherfucker. Another motherfucker. Over. On cars, where are you? Jesus. Oh yeah, Aunt Jeannie's probably making her way out to Memphis for Thanksgiving and New Year's and Christmas. Likely, what's going on? Oh shit! Of course it's the Mount Moriah exit. Perfect. Exactly what I want. Damn. Oh shit. Huh. Look at that. Ain't that some bogey? Now it's time getting over. Don't even need to get over. Damn it. It's a pretty gnarly little wreck there, man. Pretty gnarly. Oh boy. Good little wreck there. Lord knows I don't need any more of those. Fuck. Man, oh man. I'm already at freaking $3,000. I'm spending about between $3 to $5,000 a year in insurance because of all the tickets and wrecks I've been in the past year. Yeah, I still make it though. Still make it on time. It's only 2:30. Get to Dad's, take a piss. First thing I do is take a piss. Head over Laney's. I'll be there right at 3 o'clock. Get that done. Hopefully, God willing, it'll work. And then I'll go to call Bite Squad, see if they'll let me clock in. And then drive for the rest of the night until hopefully 10 o'clock, and I'll hopefully make about $1,000. Hopefully make $100. But if I keep up this pace, I don't see why I wouldn't, other than the fact that it's only because it's so busy for Christmas. Yeah, I'll make like $70,000 a year doing Bite Squad, working with Dad, car detailing, and Amazon. See what happens. $70,000 ain't nothing to scoff at, man. It's good money. That's $1,400 a week. Just keep it up. Keep going. Push. And then let's see. Hell, and next year, January, I'll probably end up making hopefully another couple grand a month with Whole Foods and what is it called? Bring It Food Hub. So seems plausible with the Whole Foods. They're saying something like $1,000 a month. So that's basically $200. And 200 is about, I'm gonna say, what is that? He said that their weights are 3 ounce. I think it was 3 ounce for $3, $4. And I'm not sure if they buy it from me and then sell it, or if they sell it and I get whatever they sell. I'm not sure how that works. But let me think. Which is kind of unfair, because you have a bunch of these people, like tomatoes and, you know, apples and oranges. They just grow the shit, and whatever they don't sell, they just get paid back by the government. So I don't understand how that works. Like, why just apples and pears and all that? Why not, like, all the stuff that's being produced? If it doesn't get sold, at least the farmers that are producing it are getting, you know, supported, and that very act of being a producer. But I'm not sure how that works, but I think that's the gist. So yeah. So what would that be? That would be, I grow about 140. I do 40 every other week with Bringing Food Hub. And when I grow 40, it's for $120. So with Whole Foods, it sounds like it'll be about a little less than 80 a week. So I'd do 80 with Whole Foods, and then 40 with Bring It Food Hub. Hell, and then on top of that, I got a whole nother 100 with Bring It Food Hub. So what would that be? 40, 140 plus 80 would be 260? No, 220. So it looked like around every other week it would be 220. And every week it would be at least 80. So, and that would be around $1,600 a month worth of microgreens, and that's not even including the other Whole Foods. Would probably do about the same, in my understanding. So, what would that be? So it'd be 160 plus 300, so it'd be 300 and 160. So every week it'd be 300 and 160 every other week. So, and that would be $2,600 a month. $2,600 a month. And at that rate, I could just do that and work with my dad. And I think, let's see, that'd be 36. I would still need to work with Bite Squad and Amazon. I'd still have to do those things too, and car detail. So 36, 46. No, was it 26? 36, 46. 46. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I have to get some paper to that, something around that. I'm thinking, but definitely adds to the bottom. I'm already doing what I'm doing now, whatever 73,000 is divided by 12, that's what I'm making a month. I mean, that's what potential I have at the moment. But next year, I don't know how that's going to work. But I'm at Dad's.